Hi everyone. So we've reached the next tutorial where we're going to add to our rocket ship file. In the last session, you learned how to wrap our spaceship or a rocket ship in the room so it wouldn't get lost if it went off the side of the room. And you also created two new sprites. You created an asteroid and an exploding asteroid. So today we created the sprites. Now we're going to add an object that is linked to the first sprite asteroid. So that is what we're going to do today. And we're also going to add a collision with the rocket. So something will happen when an asteroid hits into a rocket. Okay, so to add an object that's linked to asteroid 1, I've already done it, but I'll take you through the process. You want to click on the blue ball up here in the menu, and you want to, obviously we've said this over and over again, you want to name it something that makes sense. So obj underscore asteroid underscore 1, or whatever helps you link it to that sprite asteroid. And then you do want to click on the menu item and link it with that sprite asteroid, and then click OK. So I've already done this, and you've created. So what we're going to do now, right now it's blank. We're going to add some events and actions to this. So here's a little overview of it. These are the things we're going to be adding. We're adding a create event, we're adding a collision event, and we're adding a wrapping event like we did in the last one. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is add the create event. So to do that, you're going to click add event, choose the create event, and then you'll get a blank, when you select create over under events there, you're going to see a blank actions area. And you want to click on the move tab over here and you want to drag over the move fixed event. And in this window, you want to select all the arrows, not the square, but all the arrows, and set the speed to a little bit faster than the rocket ship. And go ahead and click the relative checkbox as well and click OK. Now we want to add an event where when an asteroid clicks into the rocket, the game ends and restarts a new game. So you're going to add object rocket up, and to do that, so this is actually a collision event here. So to add that, we're going to click on add event, and then we're going to click collision, but then we need to we need to connect it with the rocket. So choose just the first instance of the rocket and it will work. So just choosing that first instance of the rocket, object rocket up in my case, you can do that. And then you will again get the screen. Yours will be blank at first. You want to select object rocket up. Your actions area will be blank, and we need to add some programming into this. So what we're going to do is it's very similar to what we did in the first tutorial. We're going to select the sleep. We want it to pause a little bit so it doesn't immediately end the game. So we are going to add the sleep event, and that is located in main 2. You're going to drag the sleep event into the center, the Z's, and if it's not already set to 1000 milliseconds, you're going to set it to 1000 milliseconds and click OK. The next one you're going to set is show high score. So basically, now that we've paused the game, we want to show the high score. You'll need to go to the score tab here and drag this 1, 2, 3 box over. And there's really nothing you need to do at this point. You don't have to add anything to this. So we're going to click OK. And we want to add one more thing. We want, when there's a collision, we want to restart the game. And so we're going to go to the main 2 tab and drag over the restart game button. And in this, there's nothing to do. It just restarts the game. Finally, we need to add one more event, and this is the one that we added in the last tutorial, where we add an outside room. This is the one that wraps the rocket, or it'll make the asteroids come back into the space if it floats off one side of a wall. So you're going to click Add Event, Other, and then click Outside Room. Then you'll get this, and then in the center you need to make sure it wraps back into, it wraps in both directions. So on the Move tab, you're going to click on this icon right here, drag it to the center, and the only thing you need to change here is you need to change this to in both directions, and then click OK. And then click OK again, and click OK again if you need to. One final thing we need to do is we need to add some instances of the asteroid to the rocket room. So in order to do that, we're going to open up the rocket room. So under Rooms, open that up. You want to make sure you're on the Objects tab, and then your Asteroid 1 is selected, and then I just clicked randomly 4 times. You can add 3 or 4 instances of it. And then when you're done with that, click the green check mark, save your work, and let's test it out. So here's what it looks like right now. There we go. Here's my rocket ship. At some point it'll get hit here. There we go. And the scoreboard pops up, and you can X out of it and the game restarts. So far, so good.